I'm Kathy Ray. I'm the mayor of the city of Paris, Tennessee, and you are watching Good Day Paris.
Good afternoon and welcome to Good Day Paris. We're your hosts, Terry Keel
and Angie Gallimore.
Yep.
And our show today is going to be all about New Year, New You. We are so excited to share this segment with you. Last week's show was so special.
It really was. We had so many guests. There was so much going on.
Yes, there was.
And I think there's a picture coming up. Oh yeah, look at there.
Yeah,
we had Santa. Who do you see?
Yes, Mark Berg, and we had Rick Revel, the history man. We had Mickey Mooney from WTPR, and of course all the children. And they did a wonderful job and enjoyed Santa.
Oh, they were so good. They were the best behaved children I think I've seen in such a long time. I mean, they sat there like perfect angels. It was wonderful.
And some of them were my nieces and nephews, and I was like, wow, y'all did a good job.
They did. They're just little angels, and they sang. They knew the words.
Yes.
It was so impressive.
It was good.
It was really nice.
So visit www.gdp for more of the show, and that is Good Day Paris. Yes. So today's musical guest is going to be Derrick Brasfield, and you're going to love his music. And we also have Mika Davis with Diverse Studios, and she is a yoga instructor. I hear a yoga instructor extraordinaire, and a life coach and a goal setter. I'm really excited about meeting Mika and hearing about her. So we also have Candace Eubanks with us today, and she is a mental health care professional in private practice. And so I'm looking forward to hearing from her also. We're going to hear about setting some goals for the new year and good ways to do that. Right. And her business with Renew Counseling. So it's going to be good stuff tonight.
We're looking forward to it all.
Yeah. So we're glad that you've joined us and see what we've got in store.
That's right. So let's get our New Year, New You show rolling, Ange. And speaking of New You, I'm so grateful that God led me to Angie, really, because the Optavia is working so well. And I can honestly say that, the science and all the different doctors and dietitians and all the people that are behind Optavia have just been so amazing. And it's been such an inspiration to me because it's easy. It's an easy thing to do. And this is my New Year's resolution, is to take some weight off, about 60 pounds. And in 7 days, I've already taken off 10. So I only have 50 more to go. And I feel like, wow, that is so doable. It's actually really easy. As a matter of fact, today, I forgot to eat one of my meals because I was so full. I skipped a whole meal and I went, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I hit the panic button and had to call Ange and go, what do I do now? She's like, calm down, just eat.
Yeah, it'll be fine. That's the one thing is whenever we're getting started with this, it's very forgiving. The good thing about it is we've reduced our calorie intake, and so if we don't do it perfect while we're learning, it's okay. and
Right.
and it works. And
It
that's the
does.
exciting thing, and it's so encouraging. Whenever your weight starts coming off, you start feeling better. You can
Yes.
see a difference when you look in the mirror. All these things that were weighing us down, weighing you
Yes.
down,
Yes.
start to go away. And
Right.
and so it just is a motivator to keep going.
It really is, and I can't say enough about it. And people that want to get involved with it perhaps should contact you, because I'm really well pleased. I've been on a lot of diets in my life, many, and you're always starving from one meal to the next.
Right.
And you just can't, you're like looking at the clock going, is it time for me to eat? And you don't do that with this. It's so satisfying. I think, I forgot a meal and I'm only on day 7.
Right.
And that was very real, and I wasn't even hungry at that point, but I went ahead and ate, because that's part of the plan. You do 5 of their meals, which are shakes or bars or something like that,
Right.
and then 1 of yours, which is a lean and green. So it's like a meat, which would be your protein, and then a green, which is a vegetable.
Right.
So yeah, it's really simple.
Yeah, and eating so frequently, every 2.5 to 3 hours, we eat. And it gets our metabolism going, gets us into fat burn.
Right.
Getting into fat burn gets your energy up,
It
gives you a
does.
lot of mental clarity, and so that's what makes it work. And then while we are really not having to pay much attention to the food we eat and think about
That's
that
such
very
a-
much,
That's such a lifesaver too.
right? We are engaging in the different things that are available online with Facebook groups, and I haven't gotten to introduce you to all that yet, with you just being in week 1. But
Yeah.
there are the Facebook groups, there are YouTube videos, there are weekly Zoom meetings that you can get involved in. There's all kinds of things, and then there's the life book and the journal, and there's videos that go along with that. There's more than you could even access. But
Right.
the encouraging thing is, while your body is changing on its own, you get to focus on your mind and your heart. And
Right.
that is what keeps the weight off. As we deal with the issues that cause us to gain weight in the first place,
Right.
then once that weight is off and we transition into introducing more lean and green meals in our day and less fuelings, then our mind and heart's in the right place and we don't gain the weight back.
Right.
So
And
it's a
that's
whole person transformation.
That's truly the bottom line, is once you get it off, because, I wouldn't be in this shape if those other diets actually worked or had taught me, better counsel. So now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yes, absolutely. I don't want to take all the weight off and then just put it right back on again.
Exactly.
So this is a great time to start it. I started it a week before Christmas because I didn't want to indulge and put another 10 pounds on that I would have to take off.
Right.
So I figured, let me do that before the fact, before I walk into all that good food.
Yeah, and Terry, I have to say, since we've been getting things ready tonight, since I've gotten here, I haven't said this yet, but I can see a difference in your face.
You can?
Yes, I can
Oh,
see a
my
difference
goodness.
in your face
In
and your
one
jaw.
week.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was
it's
that
exciting.
last show, and I saw myself, and I said, okay, that's it. Boom. Changes are in the future.
Yeah, and
So-
that's what we focus on too, is your why. Your why changes as you go, but why do you want to be a new you? Why do you want to be
Right.
have a new mindset, a new health goal, a new body, whatever, and keeping focused on your why.
Right.
And having a coach help you do that is what motivates you to keep going. And then as your why changes, we keep focused on that still, on why am I doing this? Because that's everybody at the first of the year, not everybody, some people are like, bah humbug, I don't have resolutions or goals. But those of us who do, we lose sight of it because we lose sight of our why
Right.
we're doing what we're doing.
Right.
And one thing I can say is that after a year of doing this and having kept 40 pounds off in this year, is that I am a different person. And it seems
Absolutely.
impossible and scary and hard when you start out, but as you have gotten through a year, as I have gotten through a year, I'm like, I'm 40 pounds lighter physically. I have a totally different mental outlook.
Yeah.
And I haven't reached my goals in lots of ways, but because I started, I am a
Right.
different person now than I was a year ago. And so
Right.
that's what it's all about. It's
It
a journey.
is. And I think the why is because I want to be right before the Lord. I don't want to just, keep puffing
Yes.
myself up as time goes on. I see a lot of that, and it's easy to do, and especially with good cooking. All the good cooking and everything. And, so I just felt like my body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and I need to treat it that way. And I've done that on and off before, but I've never been at the place I'm at now. I think with weight loss, we do have to come to a place where we actually say, this is really important. It's much bigger than just taking the weight off. Like you said, the why is that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and you're to be in shape.
Yes.
It's good for your body. It's good for your life as you walk forward and things like that. It's healthy. And I do believe it adds years to your life. I do. Because
definitely.
Unhealthy is an issue. It's a problem. It's something that will eventually take us to the doctor. So, it was all stinking thinking before. And now I'm looking at it in a whole new way. So, and I know that has something to do with what you're talking with your weight loss and your change. I know
Yes.
that it's about our faith, and that means a lot to me.
It does. And as far as faith goes, something that I struggle with still, and it's still my battle, is running to food for comfort,
Right.
for boredom, for procrastination, emotional reasons. And
Because it's so easy.
It brings that temporary comfort, and then you have that crash or whatever you eat makes you feel bad or whatever. And it is a struggle. It's a battle. And so we battle through it together. But I want to learn to go to the Lord for my
Needs.
yes.
Instead of food.
Exactly.
Because we all run to
Yes.
food. We've been doing that since we were babies.
Yes.
And it just sticks with us, and it becomes a habit, and it's a really wicked habit that needs to go.
It's got to go. That's right.
Go.
That's right.
So we're trying to make it go.
That's right.
So we're on that path, and it's just really it's great to me. So I'm so glad that I've gotten as far as I've gotten, and being down 10 pounds already is a big thing. So
It is.
So your personal journey
Yes.
with it all.
Yes, I about a year ago, I was watching my coach, Norma Gerald, as she was losing weight and sharing her journey. She was having great success. Plus, she was really positive and encouraging all the time on Facebook. And I'm not a dieter. I'm not a cook. And I don't count calories.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to be happy where I am. But when I saw what she was sharing about her fuelings and just being able to eat these things and that she was having success, I thought, I'm going to try what she's trying. And so I called her. I got signed up and I started, and I had quick success like you are. And but what I found was that it was not only changing my weight as I was engaging in the community that is there online, and with Norma and with her coaches, which live in New York, but I have gotten a really close relationship with them now, that my mind was changing. And then because I also chose to be a coach, they have this thing, they say that this is about healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy finances. What do you need in your life? You may be in good shape, but you need healthy finances.
Yes.
And so it's helped me in all those ways.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And so I'm so thankful. It was an answer to prayer.
Yes.
And but it's also gotten me to the point now that, and I've shared this is honesty. I have 10 pounds to get to my goal.
Okay.
I'm not dissatisfied with where I am as far as my weight loss, but I'm dissatisfied with where I am in my mind still in that it's like this last 10 pounds of weight is my last 10 pounds of emotional baggage as far as going to food for
Really?
stress and stuff. And
I
that's
could
what I
see
need
that.
to lose that last 10 for.
I
Not
could see
because
that.
I'm trying to look a certain way.
Right.
But because I am ready to kick that.
Out.
Yeah,
Right. Get
yeah,
it out.
it's time.
I
so.
could totally see that, because at the end of it is when you're like, okay, I've gotten this far and this is good, you know,
Yeah.
and now you're going to struggle, and then are you going to run back to it? I can see how that would happen, and I hope I don't have that same issue, but you know, you never know. It's a journey.
It
and,
is.
and it's it unfolds on a daily basis, so we really don't know what we'll face, what kind of challenge will come upon. But man, I'm here for you like you're here for me, so I hope you
Right.
get that 10 pounds off.
Right, thank you. Yeah. And we team coach, so that's what I've learned. All the coaches above me are
Fighting with you.
Yes, and I've built relationships with them, so
That's
it's
so
been
wonderful.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice not to have to do it alone, you know,
Yes.
and be by yourself. So yeah, that's really great. So let's see. I think there's a song coming up, and
Yes,
well,
and-
take that away, Ange.
All right. So tonight we are really excited to have Derrick Brasfield, and he is somebody that I had heard his name before, and so he is a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist from New Johnsonville, Tennessee, and we're going to find out some more about that in just a little bit. And in July of 2021, he resigned from his 40-plus hour a week job of nearly 10 years to pursue a career in music at the age of 31. And Derrick has shared the stage with fine musicians such as Jack Pearson, formerly of the Allman Brothers Band, Reese Winans, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and with Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Taylor Lynn, and Daryl Worley, just to name a few. And today he is live with us here in our Paris studio.
Wow.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Derrick Brasfield.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This first song is called Wish I Was Holding My Baby Tight Tonight. I think there's going to be an abbreviation on the screen because that's a lot to put on there.
Possibly.
Watching the trees sway left to right. Now I can see it's in plain sight. I wished I was holding my baby tight tonight. You were so right, and I was so wrong. And now I see where I belong. I wish I was holding my baby tight tonight. Well, I miss you, and I need you tonight. Yeah, but you warned me about my selfish pride and said goodbye. Now I'm sitting here all alone, spend my day by the telephone. Wished I was holding my baby tight tonight. Sorry for treating you bad. Didn't realize what I had. I wished I was holding my baby tight tonight. I said I wish I was holding my baby tight tonight.
Well, hello.
I'm too short for this chair for one.
No, you're fine.
I'm 5'1". A little lower next time.
That's right. We get you settled in here.
Well, I just want to let you share with everybody that's viewing it tonight what you do. And I know you were here in October with us with your haunted house. That was so cool.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. You guys do amazing work over there.
Thank
You
you.
call it Diverse Studios because you do so many different things with that studio.
Yes, whatever
Yeah.
comes to my imagination. It's like a play place for my imagination.
And it's working.
Yeah, for the most part, just like the stuff that I put out there that people like. So that's the
Yeah.
best part. So
Oh, that's
if not, it'd
wonderful.
just be me playing with my own imagination.
Yes, absolutely. So tell our viewers where you are and what you offer.
We are located at 209 North Market Street.
Okay.
We offer yoga and Zumba, and those are through bookings only. They used to be walk-ins, and sometimes it'll create such a mess. So we're moving to bookings only. So call us, DM us on Facebook, book us, get in there, get that blood pumping.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and that's that building there where they're doing all of that work, right? They were doing some front construction
they had
to
a
your
scaffold
building there.
there, but it's gone now. They were repaving the building.
Okay.
So yeah, they were next door to the PI.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, because they've moved too, so now they're over there by, okay.
Yeah, we're all downtown now.
Okay, and so now, how long actually have you been doing the yoga and all of that?
I've been doing yoga since the end of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to school for it then, but I was doing it for myself like beginning of 2018 maybe.
Okay.
And then I got certified for it in 2020.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just to teach other people because I liked it so much, and I was just like, other people have to know about this. Like,
Yeah.
I've gained more than just weight loss. Like, I gained like mental strength, just the understanding of other people. Like, because we're out there, and sometimes we get so frustrated because like in the world of instant.
Yeah.
But and then
yeah,
with
it
yoga, it just teaches you patience
Yes.
all together, and then
Yeah.
the weight loss was a bonus.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, it was. It was like,
That's
oh,
big for us this year.
I forgot about the weight loss, but like, I was getting so much, and I look in the mirror, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. It does that too.
That's good. That sounds like it's making you happy with yourself for who you are.
Right.
And then you're noticing it's not about the weight loss, but then
Yeah.
you're like, oh wow, this is
Well, yeah, it wasn't always about the weight loss because, see, I had 3 kids, and then it's just the weight gain from that. I was over 300 pounds. I was 330 pounds.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be one of those moms who clock out early,
Right.
for whatever reason. I don't want to have kids here who still need me and I'm not here.
Yes.
So, and that scared me more than looking good. So I
Exactly.
was just more trying to get healthy.
Exactly.
And I've always liked to dance. I've always danced. And so just to get myself used to dancing and moving, I was like, well, let me get into yoga because it's kind of like slow. You think it's slow. And then once you get into it, you realize it's not that slow.
right.
We do have a picture of your before and after, just with yoga now, not even
That's
dieting.
yoga. That's I don't diet. I mean, y'all was talking about diets early. My world, diets don't work. I cook, I eat, I like food. So, diets don't work. I did cut back like on bread. That's my weakness. But yes, that's all yoga. That is no diet.
Right.
That's just straight
Yeah.
yoga and
And look at you in that picture in the middle. I love that.
Yeah, she's working out. She's
Yeah.
making it happen.
yeah.
And that stretching is so good for you. I mean, it is
Yeah,
so good
like I
for
tell
you.
everybody, we don't have all these joints and muscles to be still.
No, I know it.
You're
That
built
is
for the
truth.
environment that you're supposed to be in. So
Right.
we're built with all this. We're supposed to use it some
You're
way, shape,
right.
or form. Just
That's a
don't
good way to look at it,
You
Mika.
just don't sit there and. Yeah, I mean, I have it for a reason, so let's get moving.
We all do.
We all have it, and so I was just like, one step at a time. And some people, they want like, oh, I want to lose weight, and then they want it off by next month. They want it off
Yeah.
by 6 months. And
Right.
as though some of those pictures you saw, that was from like 2020 to now. Like, I'm not where I want to be, but as you can see each picture, I'm never going back to what I was. It's
Right.
steady
You're moving
progress,
forward.
steady progression, steady
Right.
moving forward. I don't have a goal weight set in mind. It's just is. Like, just when I get there, I'll get there.
Are you having a lot of people come in to the studio now because of these New Year's resolutions to start being more limber?
No. They usually come in after.
Oh, well, that's why we're here. You need to tell everybody about where
They
you are.
usually come in after, but it's like you don't even have to wait till New Year's. You can start over
You can start right
any
now.
day of the week, any month of the year. I mean, wintertime, nobody really wants to exercise in the winter. It's like, I want to lay home and eat.
Stay warm.
Right. I want to eat. And so usually after that New Year's, when they try to get back out, it's like, oh, well, like, let me lose 20 pounds. Spring is coming. So that's when usually we get slam packed with people when the weather starts to change and they realize, oh, I got to go outside.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've been in here hibernating, I got to go back outside. And so that's when there's like, can I take a class? And
It makes it hard. It does. That cold, and this is only my second year dealing with the cold. Living in Florida before, you could go out any time of the year, and it was it was always wonderful. But yeah, it is something to be considered with.
But
There's
it's okay,
no
though.
umption to go out and do anything because it's just so
it's so
stinking
cold, but it's okay. I
Yeah.
tell people it's okay to take a break because sometimes you have time to let that body rest.
Yeah.
And then when you get back into it, it's like fast track because your body's been waiting for it. So it's like as soon
Right.
as you get back on it, it's gonna literally melt like butter. You're gonna be like, oh, I thought I gained weight. Yeah, but your body was ready to move, and now
Even just walking too, even just starting and walking, because sometimes getting into all that stretching and moving, your body needs to kind of work into that, doesn't it?
not necessarily because like it's the naturalness of what the body's supposed to stretch is already there. Like, I mean, even if you can, like, for example, if I can only stretch my arm here, that's what it's going to do. Now you have to work up to this level, but if I can only stretch it here, that's where you start.
Right.
So you don't have to do a full stretch. Anything is stretching. If I lean for this, that's a stretch.
It is.
So
right.
So it's not hard to work up to. You just have to find your level and go from there. I tell everybody in my class, don't worry about how I do something. Don't worry about how the person beside you do it.
Right.
Worry about what you do.
How you can
and
do
where you're at. So when you come back, you see how far you came.
Right.
Not how far she came. Not how far I came. It's not about me. This is your journey. I'm just going to help you. Help you along the way.
Right.
And that's it. That's all I do. I mean, I don't tell people you have to get that leg up there. No, you don't have to.
Now,
the effort of trying is enough.
How long is a regular session? So, is it an hour?
Some people do an hour. It depends on the instructor.
On your
It
instructor?
depends on the instructor and depend on the location. Like if I was like in Nashville or a bigger city, we probably would do 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
But since we're here,
why would that have anything to do with that?
because it's a city and it's just a mentality thing. Like, they don't want to pay money. 30 minutes, like 30 minutes in the city, that's a blink of an eye.
It's a blink anywhere.
Well, people here, they tend to move a little slower just throughout their day.
Well,
so
it's maybe a smaller city.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
That it would be, something like that, where you're living.
Yes,
I
there's
never
more
even
people,
thought about
and then by
something like
you having more people, you have the more dedicated group. It's just more people, so you can push for 45 minutes because there's other people who's just as divested. It's the majority of what's there. Most people here, it's like, oh, I never done yoga, so we're trying to ease them into it. So 30 minutes. That's they actually done a lot in 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Zumba or something where you're killing yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do that too, but that's that's a whole different.
That's a different
That's cardio.
story.
So that's heart pounding, that's blood flowing, that's trying to make yourself fatigue.
Yeah.
You're trying to strip muscle when you doing Zumba and stuff. You want to get tired, and that's a different type of workout. Some people like working out that way. Some people like the slowness of it, and that's what I tell people: find your path. Because there's a lot of different ways to lose weight.
Whatever works.
So find yours and do it. How you lose your weight might not be the same for me and vice versa.
Right.
So yoga's not for everybody, but I'm gonna encourage everybody to come try.
Yeah.
At least try. Don't know yourself out of a situation. That's my favorite. Don't try it, and if you don't like it, you can be like, well, I tried it and I don't like it.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't write it off. Anything.
Were you going to do any demos of some of the things that you do?
What you want to see some stuff? Or?
Yeah, actually, we could come right over here, and I'll I'll try, okay?
You're coming
You
too?
show me
You
and
said
I'll
you
try.
lost 80 pounds?
No, 40.
40. Well, you didn't lose 40 to sit there, so come on.
She said,
You
come
want
on.
to come over and try too?
Okay, the one I get the most is like, okay, for beginner people, we won't do no floor stuff, but like in the morning, a lot of people probably our age will say they have like stiffness in their back.
Here, I'll come over here.
I would suggest first is to drink a glass of water.
You drink a glass of water first?
Yes,
Okay.
in any morning, whether you're going to work out or not, you're going to wake your body up. You know how you wake up and you still feel kind of, your body's the same way.
Yes.
Right.
So get some water, wake it up. Don't grab coffee first, water.
No.
Then coffee.
Water is
Yes.
so good for you.
And so you can get out the bed, feet planted on the floor, just raise your arms up, take a deep breath in. You're going to look straight through your hands to those heavens. I don't know if I should turn this way. And then all you're going to do, you're going to keep your spine straight, and then you're just going to bend at the knee. Just like that, and keep that head up just like this.
Oh, keep the head up.
Yep, and you'll take a deep breath in, and you're going to exhale out and bring the arms down to your side. Yep, and then you're going to come down and just dangle. Like if you can't touch the floor, don't try to. And then when you bend down like this, what I tell people, when you bend down, keep your head between your arms, like a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just look through like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
that takes the strain off your neck here in the bottom
Yeah.
of your spine. Deep breath in and just come back up. And that's something you can do every morning.
Now, I will say, when I put my hands up, I got an immediate, almost like a Charlie horse in my back. What happened?
This is not stretching. Just not moving. I mean, this is your job.
I was
so
like,
do you sit most of the day?
I do. I
That's
sit a
where it
lot
comes from.
because
you,
it really
you
hurt.
should wake up in the morning and put those hands on those hips and then just bend that body all the way around.
Oh, yeah. Like we used to do when we were little. And we used to
Yeah.
play the hula hoop.
Yeah, just do that every morning. And
It actually feels really
you're
good.
going to loosen all that up.
That was great. Uh-oh, it's going to make me cough now that I'm moving.
Oh, you're going to lose mucus. It's going to get all that moving. Yeah.
It does, yeah. You know,
The
Terry,
muscle holds
you and I,
mucus.
we need to go together and see her sometime. That would be
I'm
fun.
going to have you work us out here.
Oh, it's-
That's
yeah,
right.
we can
Figure
do
it
it.
out. Well, let's
One
what's
stretch at a
something
time.
else?
What else do you want to know? You want what part?
Well, I think for me, I'm using the stairs all the time, but you know, women like to get this little area right here a little bit tighter.
Well, that first move I showed you would do that.
That is
Or
that.
you can
Okay.
do a high lunge.
Okay.
Don't try this.
No,
but
I won't.
You show
You're
us.
gonna put your foot forward, and all you're
Okay.
gonna do is just bend out like this. And if this is all you can do, that's fine. And you're gonna, do it, learn what your body does.
So you're putting it down like that,
Yeah.
and then you're going down.
You're gonna keep
I'm
that
not
back.
going to try it.
Yeah, you're gonna keep that back straight.
gonna
Every
wait.
time you do a move and you have to go down, you're gonna keep that spine as straight as possible. You don't lean forward, don't lean back, because then you're straining
Straight.
all this. So just straight, and then you follow. If this is all you can do, count it out until you can't. Come back up, because as you gradually go, you're gonna get stronger and stronger.
And you'll be able to come up and go down.
Yeah.
You know, that's something a lot of my friends have said. If you plan on putting things away and you're going to be bending down, make sure someone's in the house to pick you up. And I thought to myself, we need to get the strength to get ourselves up off that floor.
Yeah, this
by
takes
ourselves.
a lot of muscle to
It
move
does.
your own body.
Right, so
Like-
the legs are really important as we age.
Where your legs have to hold all this up.
They have to hold everything up and go all the way down and then come back up. And
Also,
I'm okay, I can actually
cooking.
do that.
Some people say, "Oh, I don't have time." You're
Right.
cooking. You're in front of a stove. Do some squats. You can do your little bends while you're cooking.
It's so easy.
Sometimes I cook and I sit there and do this. Cook, switch
Mm-hmm.
legs. Yeah, get it in all day.
Add more movement to
Yeah,
you.
what
Yeah,
Mr. Miyagi
add the
say?
movement.
Everything is kung
Yeah.
fu. Everything's yoga. Everything is yoga. Everything is yoga. So I tell people, come here. I'll help you find yourself, help you build yourself, and then you be loving yourself.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you, because that really, just that little bit really did help.
You're gonna feel
We
that
can
in the
come back
morning.
and have a seat.
Do I go which way? Do I not going?
Kevin?
This way? Am I going
Oh, yeah,
up?
you're coming. Oh, I'm so
Am
sorry.
I coming this way?
Yeah, come on in this way.
There you go.
Back to the deaf chair.
That's right.
And I said that was so tall. And you're thinking it's too short
It's
for
too
you?
tall for me because.
Oh, it's too tall for you too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm 5'8", and you're 5'1".
1.
Oh, Lord.
5 nothing.
Well, thank you so much for coming and
Well, I
sharing
enjoyed
this
being
tonight.
here. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so
I'm
very
happy
much.
you guys got up and
Yes.
show everybody at home that it's not that hard. Like anybody can do it, no matter what level you're on. People think I'm not flexible. You don't have to be.
Oh, and we
That's
have
why they
the,
need to come to you,
We
right?
have your Facebook information, so it's facebook.com/diverse dance, and you're at 209 North Market Street in Paris, and your number is also up there, 731-462-8420. That's wonderful. Mika, thank you so much for
thank you
being
for
with
having me.
us. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
And so let's hear another song from Derrick.
Yeah, thank you. I wrote this one about my lovely wife. Peaceful feeling, strong love. I thank the Lord above. I carry you around in my heart. Without you, girl, I fall apart. I wouldn't have it no other way. Sure don't matter what the other folks say, 'cause I'm in love with the girl. She's my whole world, and everything else is a blur. I'm in love with the girl. She's my whole world, and everything else is a blur. Never another could take your place. How much time did I waste away? I found the one that lights my fuse. I wanna spend all my time with you, and I wouldn't have it no other way. Sure don't matter what the other folks say, 'cause I'm in love with the girl, and she's my whole world, and everything else is a blur. I'm in love with the girl, she's my whole world, everything else is a blur. I'm in love with the girl, she's my whole world, and everything else is a blur. I'm in love with the girl, she's my whole world, and everything else is a blur, yeah. Oh. Thank you.
That was excellent. Well, I know that we'd like to share some New Year's resolutions with our viewers today, but before we do that, I do want to say that having Mika here and talking about the diet and everything, I'm really getting excited about, everything,
Yes.
really making a change in who I am and how I approach things, and this is really exciting.
It is.
I hope that people out there will catch on to this and get involved with maybe doing more yoga. And some of you probably do that a lot. But if you don't, I'd like to challenge you to do that, because you really do feel great. It's such a wonderful, healthy lifestyle. And I'm appreciating it a lot.
Yes, and it's something that if you are not very flexible, and if you do have joint issues where you can't do a lot of high impact and fast exercises and things like that, it's a good place to start. Not that it's a beginner's exercise, but it is something where you, like Mika said, you do what you can do and you work your way up, and it can be gentle and strengthening, and in no time you'll really feel the results. So if you think you can't exercise, I think yoga is actually something that you can do. That
it is, and just that stretching, it's so good for your body. It's just wonderful. And the importance of goal setting, I think that speaks volumes as well. We need to do that. We need to stick to things and bring things to fruition.
Right. And something that I've always fought against in my head, but that's writing goals down, And so knowing what we want and writing it down and keeping that focused and keeping it in front of us, it makes all the difference in the world. So
that's an area I struggle with, is journaling and writing things down, which is why I forget that meal today.
Yes, that's right.
Didn't write it down. So let's look at some of these New Year's resolutions that we've got going. It's really cool.
Yes.
From some of our local friends, wonderful folks in Paris.
Well, to be determined. I'll get back with you on that.
Oh, I'm not really that great at making resolutions or keeping resolutions, but if I did have one, it would be one of those typical ones that I need more exercise in my routine, and that's when I'm going to try to play more pickleball.
Oh, I try never to make a New Year's resolution, because you've got them broken the first week of the new year.
Hi, I'm Jenny from Gigi's Picnic Basket. My resolution this year is to get out and have more picnics in all of our parks and recreation areas in our beautiful Paris, Tennessee.
Hey, this is Kim from Luralee's, and my New Year's resolution is to get back on track. I love to CrossFit. I have lots of friends that I do that with, and for the last 2 months, I have been off of it. I'm ready to get back. So next week, it's on. I'm getting back on track.
Hey guys, my name is Jamison Robbins. I'm the owner of Jack's Java, and I want to go ahead and give y'all some of my New Year's resolutions. And for one of them being, I want to run this business as much as I can and make it just as successful as anything else going around here. And another one would probably be outside of Jack's Java would be probably get in the gym, eat healthy, everybody's typical workout plan. So New Year's resolution. So yes.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Williams. I work here with Jameson at Jack's Java. One of my New Year's resolutions is to be better than I was this year, to show people some more Jesus. And besides Jameson, I've already started my workout, so I'm not going to be one of the newbies in the gym at the first of the year looking like I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm already ahead of that. One of my biggest things that I do want to do is to get up to 5 miles at the gym. I'm already at 3, so I'm striving for 5. But my main agenda is to show people more Jesus.
Excellent.
And I was sitting there thinking, I knew Jennifer had already started at the gym. She told me. I'm proud of her. She's gotten a jump on the rest of us. So
that's right.
So our next guest today is Candace Eubanks. So welcome to Good Day Paris, Candace.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes. I'm excited to hear what you're going to share with us about goal setting.
Yes.
That is something that we all need to work on. So just share with us a little bit about that.
Ooh, open there.
Yes.
Well, I think, New Year's resolutions, everybody starts them and they kind of fade off, and we start them again the next year, and we keep going. And I think one of the things that y'all have hit on already that is a theory of mine in working with people is that we are a holistic being. We are a spirit, we have a soul, we live in a body. And I think it's so important to start those goals by looking at a holistic approach. Right. And whether it's an attitude change or a relationship goal, and most of the time, like was said, it's a physical, but to match that up, and I think starting with kindness and curiosity, that's what I encourage, and just start from those two places, because if you're starting with comparison, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
And then if you compare, you're doing it from the outside in, not from the inside out. And so setting goals, I think it's important to start those from the inside, and to know that you're doing that. Because if you start it from the inside, then you have something to deposit in the other people in your life, the people you encounter, and just the light that you want to be in the world. So looking at that, making it achievable, making it something. If it's a lifetime goal, then you don't have to do it in the first 3 months.
Right.
Just be easy, be kind to yourself, be curious about when you fail, don't be contemptuous, and be a friend to yourself. And I think, when Jesus told us to love others as we love ourselves, I think that is so under-focused on, and to love God with all of our heart, but to love others as we love ourselves, and we don't practice that.
No, we really don't. Isn't that funny that we seem to, especially mothers, we're taking care of the kids, we're taking care of our husbands, we're taking care of our parents sometimes, and others, but we don't necessarily take much care of ourselves. That could become an issue, because then that becomes the norm.
Right.
You leave yourself out. How is it with you?
Yes, it's the same way. I've had to learn some of those things that you're already touching on, not comparing to other people, and having time by myself with the Lord and with things that are changing my mind and heart, so that I have something to give out from the inside. Something to share, not being all dried up on the inside where I have nothing left to give.
You can't write a check without making deposits.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Right. Yes.
And I think the other thing too is real important to look at is, y'all have talked about the importance of the gut health and looking at our body, and then as she covered, the stretching and starting to feel your body, and working with trauma a lot. Bessel van der Kolk, he's famous, anybody could look him up, as far as he wrote a book called The Body Keeps the Score. And our body holds everything. Everything.
Yeah, it does.
So it's so important to pay attention to that. And in habits, our brain, we used to say 21 days, change a habit. How many books were written on change a habit?
Right.
Well, the neuroscience now shows it's 3 cycles of that 21. So we're looking at 63 days.
Wow.
If you can consistently do something for 63 days, then you're more likely to reprogram, and you deconstruct old neural pathways and then you build new ones. So that's another thing to remember. Your body, it's called the homeostatic impulse. Your brain's going to push against you, because your brain wants to go back to that familiar.
Yes.
And it's like you start fighting yourself. So not beating yourself up, not being contemptuous, taking it slow, looking at attainable goals. Those things work well with your brain too, not just your heart. And so it's real important to match those. And I think accountability partners, not to compete, but I think encouragement from another human being that gets you. They don't have to be on the same path, but they just get you. They love you, they get you. They're encouraging, and I think that's important.
If they're encouraging,
Yeah.
That's something I have said so many times. We need to be accountable. People don't like to be accountable. And when I've tried to do that with others, they're like, hey, get away from me. Don't hold me accountable. Because I guess it's our general nature to want to just do whatever feels good, do it. Whatever we think we want to do it. And if somebody holds you accountable, it's like, hey, go away, come back when I'm in a better mood. So that is a really hard thing, but it's very important. It's so important.
And the communication ahead of time, like, what do you need from me?
Right.
What are you giving me permission to say and do? Kind of role play a little bit with that. Wait till you're irritable and then ask me, and then I get a feel for it. I get what it's going to feel like 2 weeks in. So I think that's important too, just that assertive communication and saying, hey.
Right. Role playing is very important. I used to do that with a team I worked with when I was in management before I retired, and it was perfect. It was so wonderful when you had that open communication and everybody could just come and clear and tell you what they were feeling and what was happening. It makes your day so different, because now you know You know, you're empowered with the knowledge of understanding where that person is and how they feel and how they're looking at this and what they think of you. You know, I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
And not too many people play that game in life.
No, because we don't like being vulnerable, but vulnerability is a good thing.
It's a beautiful thing because then you're really true. And you know, I mean, what do we love more than truth? That's the Lord is all about truth, but so many of us really aren't very truthful, you know, always putting up a facade or a face or, you know, an attitude, you know, something. And boy, I'm going to come see you too.
That's right.
I'm going to be busy this year.
Some of my favorite people in my life are the ones who are gut honest.
Gut honesty.
Who walk in my office and just say whatever it is that, and I know that they do it because they love me. And
yes,
and they yes, these people, yes. Now, I know there's some that don't. Yes, I do, but there's a few that I know they really do care about me, and they don't mind saying whatever it is I need to hear, and confronting me. And honestly, that can be encouraging.
It is.
Yes.
Knowing somebody cares enough to say what you need to hear, and help you get back on the right path.
And learning to do it for yourself. I think that's what's important in the goal setting is, can I be curious and kind and speak truth to myself?
Yes.
Without the condemnation and the shame.
Now, what are some ways that you would say as a professional that we could be kind to ourselves? What do you see as something?
That's a good way. I giggle because it's the question if we could record what's in our head for a whole 24 hours and just post it up there on the wall, a little slideshow, I think we would see that our self-talk is one way.
Self-talk and know what to say when you talk to yourself, right?
And listen, and not from the habit self, the brain, but really to listen, to really pay attention.
I probably need a lot of help with that. That's probably an area where I'm always thinking of others or other things, and I'm not really focused. And when I talk to myself, I'm angry, I'm disappointed, you know, and I might go into anger. Now, some people say it's because of the way you're raised or whatever, but I think it's because there's not enough discipline for me in that area. I need better discipline of myself, and I might actually not know how to do that. I might really need some instruction, and I would never be afraid to admit that because nobody knows everything.
Right.
Nobody knows it all, you know, and we need each other in this life. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, I've got this, you know, I can do anything. But then we do it wrong, you know.
Right.
So we really do need each other and help and some guidance. And that's really interesting that you would, you know, say all that.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I agree with Sandra Bullock and Hope Floats, though it does all go back to our childhood.
It does go back to our childhood.
A lot of
I have
stuff
been
goes,
told that.
Well,
yes.
Our brain is like a laptop, and so, you know, your archetype style is learned by 7. So a lot of your foundational coping skills are already there. So it's not to go back. We don't go back to relive. We go back to release. And I think that God wants to heal all of our story this side of heaven. And I think a lot of the things that we do out of habit self come from just the non-conscious just being in that habit self, not really slowing down to think about it. Where did that come from? It's like Brene Brown says, what's the story you're telling yourself in your head?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a great question.
So it's a journey.
It is a journey. It's not an
a
event.
very personal journey.
Yep.
And we
Definitely
need to understand how to walk that journey.
Yes.
You know.
And so,
Yeah.
how did you get into doing this and helping people in this way?
My story. My story. It's what we all come to. Yeah. Our story, I think, tells our path, and it was a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, and you know, led me to that. Probably first in a codependent way. You know, my trauma response was fawning, which is people pleasing and fixing, almost to the point of you know that Enneagram 2 in me was controlling, and so I got into it from pain, and then you know God just worked on my story, and then just I love people. I do love people, and I love sitting with. I got the greatest job in the world. I get to see people heal and love themselves and get free, and so that's how I got there. Pain. But why I stay is the glory. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's what matters is we all have pain, trauma, things that are going to happen in our life, and what are we going to do with it?
Right.
Are we going to let it be a place that we're used,
Or drag it
after
along
we
with
learn
us,
from
the
it,
heaviness
to help others?
Right.
Or are we going to get better, or are we going to stay bitter?
Right.
I know
Right.
that's a trite little saying, but it's so true.
But it is.
Right.
It is
You know.
true. It is true. And the pain is actually motivation. I think that, God uses all things, and without the pain, we wouldn't question. We don't learn anything by doing it right. We learn it by doing it wrong and keep going. And so, in setting goals and looking to the new year, I think every year should be a little bit of that reflection time to just say, all right, God, show me what's still in my story that is impacting my decisions and my attitude and my behavior today that, I'm not aware of. And it's not to keep you stuck. A lot of times counseling gets a bad stigma because you're like, why do you want to go back and talk about that stuff? Well, why do you want to keep carrying it forward in that sack you're carrying it? It's that backpack.
It's heavy.
So we just want to lay it down. We don't want you to stay there. We don't want you to park there. We don't want to park in our pain. We want to heal. I want to heal. God wants to heal all areas, I think.
Yeah.
Everything. Everything. We don't want to leave anything undone.
Yeah.
So.
And that's why, as people come to see you in counseling, as you're able to work with them, it's like you said, it's like peeling back the layers of an onion. You might find something else that, oh wow, now that I'm good here, but let's deal with this now. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's a great thing.
That is a great thing.
Yeah.
If it was good enough for Jesus to remind us to do it, then I think that journey should be part of our lives daily, like brushing your teeth or setting a New Year's resolution or
right.
Well, you deal with a lot of things, that's for sure. I mean, there's a full agenda there. People's lives are so intricate. And is it hard for you to draw people out as you're working with them, or does it all just come gushing out?
Well, counselors are human.
Yes.
So we can be very messy some days. Some days it's easy, and I tell people anybody that's ever seen me, they'll tell you the first thing I say is, you came into this room with your answer inside you. It's not my job to give you your answer. It's your job. It's my job to encourage you and consult with you and walk with you. But sometimes consultation doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
So it's I think, in the setting that I'm in, people come of their own will, and I think most of the time people have some kind of idea and they're ready, and
they have an agenda because of one thing. You think most people come to get help when one thing has really blown up.
Yeah, and it might just be the straw that broke the camel's back or whatever.
Right.
Saying, but it's. Most of the time, the counseling that I offer is brief solution focused, but it can be longer. I tell people don't number the sessions, don't do that. It's how you are experiencing your own growth. Because 99.9% of what you do while you're in counseling to heal something is done outside of there.
Right.
It's to empower. We've used that word a lot, empower. I think, it was used with the yoga and with what you guys were talking about with the weight loss. It's empowerment.
So do you also have groups that gather, or do you just meet individually?
I do participate in group therapy. Is my favorite. It's my first love. If you ask me, I was holding on to the door frame God, I'm never going to do individual, and he's like, yeah. But I love group and some of the work of Andi Kobler. She has a book called Try Softer. It's one of my favorites. She's a Christian therapist, and she has a guided journal with it. And there are groups sometimes offered for that, and that's kind of a thing that's after you get involved, and because group has to be safe.
Yeah,
and you want to make sure people are safe there. So, but group is excellent.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
I bet
it's beautiful.
it is. Wouldn't you think that it would help somebody seeing somebody releasing something and they're thinking to themselves, oh, I would never do that. I would never say that. But because somebody else did it, now it's opened a door for them, and it's created a path out of their hurt.
Yes.
Just watching somebody else do it. I've seen that in counseling.
It is.
I've done a lot of biblical counseling with people,
Yes.
50 years of being in church. And Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is.
It's
And
a wonderful job you're doing with people.
Thank you.
It is, and it's not
beautiful
easy.
to see it. No.
That is not easy.
No. So I want to review what you were saying then about the goals. You said start back. You said it takes about 63 days. All right.
Another one of my neurocognitive people I love to turn to is Dr. Caroline Leaf, and she has a lot of books and research out there, podcast. But the science shows now that the reconstruction of a neural pathway, because that's what a habit is. It's up here. It's not in here.
Right.
It's up here. And so to deconstruct, like if you were going to take a building and deconstruct it and reconstruct it, it takes time, and that is 63 days in our brain. So don't even get mad at yourself for
Right, exactly.
for like 63 days.
And so the goal, do you suggest that people write them down?
I think that's wonderful. Yes, I
Okay,
do. I do
and-
agree that journaling and writing, visual, whatever learning you have, but there is something. Our hand is connected to our heart, and I'm not typing, writing.
Yeah.
Writing it. So writing it out.
And would you say focus on one goal or one goal per area, or
and I think that's different for everybody.
How would you want to do that?
I think that's different for everybody. If you had to say, well, just pick one, Candace, I would say start with one.
Okay.
Start with one. Just look and do some the baby step. And I think she was talking about that with the yoga. Get up and do this stretch and then build. And she said starting with a bottle of water.
Yep.
That was how I started my journey of healing. I started with a bottle of water every morning.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
so,
Yeah.
Then how do you teach people then to stay on track?
Well, it's situational. I know I giggle. It's situational. I mean, you just walk with them, and it's those baby steps. And staying on track means that's where the kindness and the curiosity come in. Be kind. If it's a bottle of water every morning for 63 days, and that's what you choose, and that's what you get done, that was progress.
It was, exactly.
And then you can get to getting on the treadmill and going to the
Right.
gym. But if you get up and you start a morning routine, His mercies are new every morning, if you start that, that's where you can start building.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's huge. Exactly.
I just have to ask this one last question. Do you see more men than women?
No.
So it's equal, huh?
It's probably 35% men.
Oh,
okay.
65%. I mean, it just depends. I see couples sometimes, so that's counted different. But women are more likely to come.
Yeah, I was
that's
thinking,
in our society. I don't know. That might be totally different. Like she was talking about the difference in bigger cities. That might be totally different. But no, men to me, males in our society, in our culture here, tend when they get it, they are way more committed. They are way more committed.
They have quick success and they're more committed. It doesn't seem fair.
because they're bottom line thinkers. They go right to the issue and deal with it.
They're like, I don't want to stay in here forever.
Women are
Let's
kind of,
get
we're all
this.
over
Let's
here.
get
Yeah.
No.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. And
That's really great.
we have, I believe, some information on how people can get in touch with you.
Right.
Yes. All right.
There you go.
Yes.
So that's a real long.
Well, it's a Psychology Today page, and if you just
Okay.
type in my name in Paris, it'll pop up, and it gives you some information. And then
But it's Renew Counseling.
It's
so-
Renew
okay.
Counseling, yes. Yeah, Romans 12:2. Let's be.
And are you on Facebook as well?
No,
No.
I
Okay,
wish I was,
so
but I'm not.
You'd have to just go to her Renew Counseling, and it's PLLC@gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Gosh,
Just give a call,
Candace.
email. You can do it through that Psychology Today or just direct.
Right, and your number is up there, the 731-592-1987.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my
Okay.
favorite verse.
Yes.
Candace, it is. I love that. That's
yes.
awesome.
Yes. Awesome.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you
for
so much
being
for
here.
having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
And it's so nice to meet you.
nice to
It
meet you.
Nice to
is.
meet
This
both
has
you
been
and
wonderful.
Mika.
I
Yeah.
look forward
you.
to talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right, so now we
Yeah.
have another song with Derrick. So share that with us. Tennessee Summer Day, is that right? All right.
That's
Coming
right.
around the bend again here for a long. It's in the air, spring is gone. 3 months coming, why'd it take so long to get here? our favorite time of year. Food on the smoker, cold drink in my hand, cranking tunes on the deck of my favorite band. Yeah, we are, let's go. Come on, let the fun begin. Ain't gonna tell you again that you can't beat a Tennessee summer day. Starry nights and all-day race, beach and boat and water bound, nothing better. There's no doubt that you can't beat a Tennessee summer day. Let's hang out, hold off the rain. I never want to be in another place. I'll take my Tennessee summer day. Yeah, bottle caps pop off and so do Jeep tops. Swimming trunks and I bust out my flip-flops. Side by sides, load on man ride. All day long and all night. Come on, let the fun begin. Ain't gonna tell you again that you can't beat a Tennessee summer day. Starry nights and all-day race, beach and boat and water bound, nothing better. There's no doubt that you can't beat a Tennessee summer day. Let's hang out, hold off the rain. I never want to be in another place. I'll take my Tennessee summer day. Yes, I'll take my Tennessee summer day.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, it was.
So, I understand that you do play a lot locally around. Where are you playing currently for people that might want to, stop in and see you?
I play quite often here at the Paris Landing at Blues Landing.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mark Berg's place. And,
Yeah. He was our Santa last week.
I saw that. That's awesome. He makes a pretty good one, doesn't he?
He did very well.
I play a place called Locals out Paris Landing as well.
Okay.
Breakers Marina in the summertime. I play there quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
In Camden, I play at Country and Western. I was doing Thursday nights over there. Maybe we'll bring that back at the first of the year. I play at the Boardwalk in Waverly every Tuesday night with a group of guys from Humphreys County.
Oh, nice.
We got a pretty good little acoustic thing going there. And then I'll get off to Nashville every once in a while and play a venue or two there. And playing tomorrow night at Mojo's in Dyersburg.
Oh,
it's
wow.
not really
so
local,
you really do
but
get
I mean,
along.
it's cool. Venture
Well,
out.
I heard that you were really sought after. You're one of the best players out here.
I don't know about all that, but I sure do like to play music with all the local talent around here.
Yeah,
so I'll be with Johnny
so
Mack.
much.
Y'all familiar with Johnny Mack?
Yes,
So
of
I'll
course.
play
He's
on-
awesome.
Oh yeah, he's great. I'll be on bass guitar with him on New Year's Eve here in Paris.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much talent around.
That's right.
There really is. And it's good that you're here too. We're
Oh,
so
well,
glad
thank
to
you,
have you
thank
here.
you.
I heard that you're doing your first solo album.
I am. I started in April of last year. I have no idea when that thing is going to be done because you want it to be perfect because it's hard to go back and fix what everybody hears the first time.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
So I just want it to be, perfect.
And so it's all your original songs
That's
that you're
correct.
doing?
Mhm.
Every song? Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
every song. Mhm.
Oh, I can't wait to hear
Oh,
it.
me too.
So are you going to talk about that? Do you have a Facebook page that you
I
talk
do.
about that?
Once I get closer to a release, I'll post about it. I've actually done a few small clips, like a couple of TikTok videos, little
Those are fun.
previews. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I got to get it together and get it done. It's just it's a process, you know.
It is. There's a lot to it.
There
so
is.
yeah, but good for you.
Yeah,
Bravo.
thank you.
I hope that you can get that done. And I guess on our screen there's some information that we've got up about what you're doing.
That's right.
It's dbrassmusic.com.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. So that's coming up pretty quick. I can get emails, you know, if somebody wants to book me or weddings, whatever, you know. The website's coming along. It's in progress.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So it's dbrassmusic.com.
That's right.
Okay.
All
Make
right.
sure y'all visit that site to see where he's going to be.
Yeah.
And I know you had a couple questions you wanted to ask
Yeah,
him.
so it says that since 2012 you've been a hired gun musician,
That's
right?
right.
So you play a lot of different instruments,
That's
right?
right, that's right.
Tell us about that.
So I play keyboards, and I'm getting into playing mandolin a little bit, bluegrass stuff, and I have a couple of Hammond B3 organs that I wag around in a
Wow.
trailer.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I
Really?
play, and play bass guitar. Just if somebody can use me, you know, I'll try my best to get it
How
done.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Gosh,
And,
you're very talented.
well, thank you.
That's a gift from God.
It is.
Oh,
That's right.
wow. It is.
And about how many songs would you say you have of your own?
Of my own, well, fully finished, probably somewhere around, I don't know, 10 or 15.
Okay.
But I've got notebook papers and pieces of napkins with parts of songs that maybe one day I'll get finished, you know.
Yeah.
You know, something cool come to me. I'll hold my phone up, you know, press the record thing on it. And
yeah.
It's there.
That's a great way to do it. At
Exactly.
least you're saving
That's
that
right.
moment, and you can always remember that. You know, I used to try to do that. Didn't work.
I know. What she said a minute ago about the hand to heart
Yes.
writing, that
Oh,
makes
wow.
a difference,
That's
you know.
so true. Isn't that beautiful?
That's right.
Yeah.
And it is, because you were singing a song about your wife, and
That's right.
and then some gal holding you tight or something.
That's right. That's right. Wish I was holding my baby tight.
That's right.
Messed
That's
up.
right. Maybe it won't be long
That's right.
before we get you out of here. You can do that. So you've got one more song to share with us,
do.
then, don't you?
I do have
All
one more
right.
song.
Okay. Well, we'll get out of your way and let you do that.
All
and I
right.
want to thank you so much for
Thank
being here
y'all.
with us. It's really an
Yeah.
honor to have
Well,
you.
thank you. It's an honor to be
Yeah,
here.
someday I'll have to get that John Hancock of yours. So,
Oh,
you know.
well, maybe.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ah. Pulled up, baby, what you wanna do? Go out on the town or stay at home and mess around? Well, you're the main attraction. You're the main attraction. You love me, baby, and that satisfaction. Well, I stepped right up to the main attraction. You need a bodyguard, that's where I'll step in. You're a one-hit wonder, I got a lifetime ticket. Baby, you're the main attraction. You're the main attraction. Well, you love me, baby, and that satisfaction. I stepped right up to the main attraction. I'm gonna pick a little bit for you. You need a bodyguard's where I step in. You're a one-hit wonder, baby, I got a lifetime ticket. You're the main attraction. You're the main attraction. Yeah, you love me, baby, and that satisfaction I stepped right up to. Ooh, the main attraction.
That was good. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you all for being a part of what we're doing here today, talking about all this great goal setting and dieting and yoga and stretching, and golly, it's been amazing. And I'm just so blessed, all this information. I'm gonna go see both of these people.
I know, this is gonna be great. We're gonna have a great new year, and it's been fun tonight. And I think I might have actually walked in front of the camera. So it shows you don't have to do everything perfectly to get started and live your life. Just live it, just do it. So,
and that was excellent music too. We've really been blessed tonight, Ange.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Well, I would just want to again thank everybody and wish you all a very wonderful and safe, happy New Year. And we'll see you all next week, same time. So we look forward to seeing you then. So we'll say goodbye.
Yes, and have a good day, Paris.
Yes, absolutely.